It's been 6 weeks since our last trip and we're heading out again. The weather has been just gorgeous and we haven't been able to take advantage. Our last trip broke my Jeep and it broke me as well. So we're out with just one Jeep this time. We don't usually travel in the same vehicle together, so this will be fun. And you wonder why we always travel with two Jeeps? And really, all I did was critique our driving a little bit.
Seriously?
This is a familiar area to us, but we were looking for a spot that's a little different. This is home for the night. Beautiful view by the river again. Love it. But it does look like we might get some weather. So I think we should set up camp first. As a matter of fact, not too far east of us, out by Drayton Valley, there was a tornado there last week. I'm okay for opening it, but closing it, I don't think I can.
Oh, you fixed that.
I did. So this is the first time in 6 weeks that we're able to come out. And I tell you, I've sure missed this. First, I want to say thank you to everybody who's asked and inquired and all the well wishes. I really appreciate it. And I feel like I owe you and everyone a bit of an explanation. I kind of left it hanging last time. But it's one of those things that I much prefer keeping to myself, I guess. So the condition I'm dealing with is serious enough on its own, I guess. And so far, it's all looking at its best. There is a potential for it to be quite serious actually, but there's no indicators going that way at all right now. And we'll know a lot more next week. But as you may remember in the previous video, we were on the way to the hospital as we left our May long weekend trip. And that night, well, we'll just say that there was a treatment provided to alleviate the issue. It's really hard to explain without telling you everything, but I do want to keep that to myself for now at least. But the treatment provided created an injury, and that was a problem. Very painful actually. So for all intents and purposes, I wasn't walking anywhere for about 2 weeks, and that third week was not good, and then it started getting better. But there was no way we were going out jeeping or overlanding at any point, that's for sure. And I know many of you that are watching are dealing with way worse than this, or have dealt with issues more complicated than this. And I appreciate that. And maybe later on when it's solved or becomes permanent, which I really don't think is the case, maybe I'll share a little bit more at that point. But this weekend is definitely a take it easy weekend, a trial run, if you will. Let's see what we can make happen, considering everything that's happening. And even though I am fairly mobile, I'm going to be relying on Gene to do the heavy lifting. So I thought as part of this video, as this weekend video, I could answer some questions. I've had a lot of time to sit and think. So of course I've had a lot of time to look at the YouTube channel, which has grown over the past year. And as I'm sifting through many comments, I notice there's a lot of questions that maybe I can address this weekend. Address them one by one throughout the video perhaps. So maybe we'll start one from Foggy Dew, who was asking, what's in the jar? Well, it's just store-bought liquor that you can get anywhere else. No, it's not moonshine. We put it in the mason jar because it fits so perfectly in the totes. And it's a robust jar that I know won't break. But good on you to think it was something else. So one comment we did get was about all the wonderful meals that we cook. I don't know about that, but we do like simple, fresh, lots of flavor, if you will. There's a few guiding rules that we use when preparing meals. Easy, fresh, and tasty.
And not spicy.
But I kind of like spicy. So I do think that showing meal prep is part of the video experience, if you will. But I never thought I should focus on that. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, sorry. This here is. Well, good morning. What a beautiful morning it is. It was cloudy when we got up. The sun is out. It's warm. Big contrast. This is the first time we really come out in the summer. This is awesome. It sure is different traveling with just one Jeep. Everything is packed differently. A lot more stuff in the Jeep, and that is why I like those totes. They stack really well. Stove setup is different because I'm missing a shelf, but that's okay. We're making do. One thing about being in the bush with just one Jeep, we need to consider recovery situations. Now, of course, we're not going off-roading. We're not taking any chances. That's very different. When we're traveling with two Jeeps, I literally put that TJ anywhere I please. I always have Gene's Jeep to pull me out. Now we do have a winch on Gene's Jeep, but that is limited in what we can do, so we're not venturing out too deep here. But one thing we have to consider though is needing a boost, for example. Always carry booster cables, but you need another vehicle for that. And right now, well, we haven't seen anybody since yesterday, so we're kind of on our own. But there is options for that. So out in the middle of nowhere with just one vehicle, the dead battery is a real problem. So a little while ago, a company called Grepro, sorry, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, they reached out and said, hey, we have a product you might be interested in. So I thought, hey, it's something we can use, so why not? Comes in a handy dandy little bag, and it has everything you need to get yourself out of trouble. And this is the first time I get to use it. Just plug in the leads. Can only go one way, so it's pretty simple. Power on the unit. They tell you to make sure there's at least 3 lights. So it's a 60% charge. Always double check, make sure you got positive and negative. Red on positive, black on negative. Green light means we hooked it up properly. A red light would say that we have incorrect polarity. Don't be doing that. And we're ready to start it. Yeah, go ahead and start it, Gene. Just like that.
Yeah, go ahead and shut it off. So of course we'd leave it running because the battery would be dead, but in this case we're done. Disconnect the leads just like so. Negative first, then positive, and there you go, we got ourselves out of trouble. So this is a really nice little unit. I kind of like it actually. And by the way, we didn't pay for this, we didn't buy this. They reached out to me and said, hey, we have a product you might be interested in, maybe you could use it and feature it in your video, and we're happy to do that. I can honestly say it works really well. It started up the Jeep. Great little booster unit, simple to use as well. It's definitely something that we can use. But granted, it's not really something we need all the time. When we're traveling with two Jeeps, I bring booster cables all the time, so that's fine. But booster cables require another vehicle, and we haven't seen anybody since we've been here. So if we actually had a dead battery, we'd be in trouble this morning. It has two USB ports, and I really see using that in the tent to power our light. We always bring a battery block already, and this one has more capacity, so we can charge our devices, our phones and stuff. So that'll come in really handy. There's a handy dandy little flashlight, and this is kind of neat. It's got a little compass, and as I look at it, north is that way. So that's kind of cool. It has a 12-volt adapter that plugs right in, so we can power whatever devices that use that plug, and it's chargeable by USB. So that's definitely something we're going to keep charged up and keep in the Jeeps. I like this. A lot of people here.
Yep. Oh, look at them all in there.
So that'll be camp for today. We found a little bit of firewood. It's kind of easy firewood. So like I was saying earlier, I've had a lot of time to reflect and do some thinking. So part of that was, what do I want to do with this YouTube thing? And in the past year or so, the channel has experienced quite a bit of growth. And I have you to thank for that, and I appreciate it immensely. I think we both do. It's provided an opportunity to turn a hobby, I guess, into something a lot more, where people from all over are enjoying that. And where that started, honestly, we never thought of making anything of it, but we would travel and send some pictures to friends and family, and quite often they'd say, oh, that's so cool, keep the pictures coming. And of course the pandemic happened, and one thing evolved into the other, and when we went out, we said, hey, let's grab the cameras and go. Do we want to keep going with
No,
this?
it's muggy and boggy.
Yeah, and it is a little bit buggy today, but whoo, that trail is kind of a little bit on the muddy side. Really cool quad trail though, and I got a feeling I know where it goes. But as I was saying, first time we got to get out during the pandemic, we took the Jeeps and we're heading off. And I told Gina, so let's bring the cameras. Let's make a video. And that was our very first video that we made public. And yes, that video was bad. Don't go looking for it. It's really, really bad. But we all start somewhere, right? I gotta admit, that's gonna be a hike for another day. I'm not feeling up to that one. Not the big hill anyway. So we started making videos of our trips. And like I said, the quality wasn't there. But we share it with friends and family. And everybody said, hey, really enjoy that, it's really cool. Show us more of your trips. So I thought, well, if friends and family enjoy it, let's make it public. Maybe other people would enjoy it. And it turns out they did. So that was pretty cool. But it still wasn't great. Not saying that it's great now, by no means. But a few years ago, we decided, well, let's take this seriously. Let's see what we can do. And we did. So at no point did we ever do this to get views, to make money, to seek fame and fortune. But I did use that data to inform my videos. I'm a big consumer of YouTube. Love many, many creators. I think my favorites has a list of over 50 that we follow. And I draw inspiration from those people. And I find that when more of you enjoy our videos, I enjoy the videos more. And I must admit,
You must admit a lot.
and I must admit, we do go back and I do rewatch our videos. And that was the original intention, is that it was a way to keep memories, right? But now I watch it for entertainment. So the better quality video we make, the more people want to see, more people want to enjoy. And that means the quality's better. And if the quality's better, then I enjoy it more. So that's been the driving factor, is the more popular it gets, the more I enjoy the videos. But as of late, it's done well. Better than I ever thought it would. So I have you to thank for that, and I appreciate that. But it begs the question, some people do this full time. Is that something I want to do? At this point, I don't know. But I sure do enjoy it. But it has me thinking about the channel. What's the future of the channel? And with all the happenings lately, I think it's time to let my creativity influence the channel. So I have enjoyed building and creating stuff, small projects. And we've put it out there for you guys to see. And I get it. Most of you are here for overlanding and adventure videos and might not be interested in that welding cart video, for example. But some of you did. So I think the future of the channel is to continue our adventure videos and, I don't know, start showing some build stuff as well. Make a combination of both. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know. Let me know in the comments. But right now, it's time to drag some firewood home. Ran out of gas.
One.
Yeah. A bit. Pokey things. Nothing says summer meals like fish tacos. And here comes the rain. Time to hunker down, and we're gonna have supper under the awning. Wouldn't you know it, as soon as I light a fire, it starts to rain again. But that's okay, I see clear skies. This is gonna clear off. I knew that rain was gonna be short-lived, but it just about took out my fire. Well, good morning. Well, I guess it can't be blue skies and sunshine every morning in the bush. We went to bed last night and the skies opened up. Man, did it pour. But there's something about sleeping in a tent in the rain. Slept like a baby. So when I woke up this morning, I kind of unzipped the tent, had a look, and it's pretty gray and overcast, and looks like it wants to rain, but I don't think it will. So we are at an unusual spot for us here. There's a hot spot for cell phone service. We're in the middle of nowhere, and for some reason we can get reception. So this morning we had a atypical for in the bush, but a typical Sunday morning, and we watched some of our favorite videos. The only thing missing was the coffee, and I wasn't getting up to make coffee just yet. And that also gave me a chance to go through comments, and one I've noticed before from DM Davis. I'm not ignoring it. The question is about our water system. Quite honestly, there is no water system. It's that thing we call gravity. So here you go, secrets out. And the worst part of any trip is always packing up to go home.
Water's a lot higher, eh?
It is a lot higher. Can I pass this to you and you go
Yep.
dump it?